What's good, neighborhood? So, as you can see from what's on the screen right now, and as I mentioned briefly on Twitter, this right here is actually what I would consider my other main in this game. And once we finish up with this tutorial, I think you may understand why. But anyway, welcome back to another episode of Warframe Wednesday. So, today's target is, of course, Nezha. Now, Nezha, much like Volt and actually the Warframe I'll be covering next week. But Nezha, Volt, and Banshee, alongside two others, are Warframes that you can only get if you have access to the dojo, which you can basically wind up constructing your own once you hit a certain rank, but then you have to go through and construct the rooms. It's unless you find a dojo to join, it's going to be a little time consuming to get these particular warframes. Let me get back over to the what's supposed to be the rookie layout. Now we actually have something that looks a little bit closer to, the default for this guy. Uh, this is just the jacket that I normally wear when I go outside or when I'm going to work. I do feel like I just got back from a brawl, though, after the fall that I took earlier. But that's neither here nor there. Yeah, I'm, I'm all right. You know what? I'll go ahead and make this. I'll go ahead and make this my rookie layout. So we're just gonna remove all the mods and even remove the arcane. So as I was mentioning earlier, Nezha is accessible through the dojo, unless you want to actually go through and spend the credits to buy your Warframe, which might probably be a little bit easier for you. But as usual, we're going to jump to the relay, jump into the practice area, and I'll show you all about what makes this bad boy well, so much fun. And in advance, please pardon all the Chris Evans jokes I'm going to be making. Alright, so let's get us right to where we need to be. Alright, so to get us started on this Warframe's abilities, Nezha's passive is, you could effectively call it frictionless, because any slides that you do with him, as you can see, any slides or bowling jump or bullet jumping that you do with Nezha will travel faster and farther than the standard Warframe. this is going to come in incredibly handy for, well, for the usual MO for Warframe anyway, which is mobility. And with this bad boy, you can really turn your mobility into a weapon. Excuse me. Now, to start with Nezha's first ability, the one you get once you open him up right out of the box, Firewalker, aka Flame On. Insert Chris Evans Human Torch joke here. But what Firewalker basically does is you get to run around like your ass is on fire. It literally lights your feet and you leave behind a trail of fire for whatever the duration is for your ability. But what makes it even better is that doing so also increases your movement speed. So everything, for as long as you can maintain it, is just burning. You're back to... You pretty much turn your Warframe into a DeLorean. With a flux capacitor, traveling at 88 miles per hour. So any enemies that step through that fire trail, of course, take burning damage. But any allies that step through it are actually cleansed of any negative status effects they might have on them. So it works as a nice offensive and support 1-2 punch. Once you hit rank 3 and open up his second ability, you get the Blazing Chakram. Remember what I said about the Chris Evans jokes? Yeah. Now, Blazing Chakram is a pretty solid offensive tool. As you can see, it does damage. But you see those rings that stay on the enemy after you tag them with it? What happens is any enemies that die from the effect of that ring have a chance of dropping restorative items, whether they be health orbs or energy orbs. And what makes it even better is that if you cast again while the ring is mid-flight, you teleport to the ring's current location. So basically, give Cap the ability to teleport to wherever his shield is at any given point. Oh. Looks like most of the enemies over here already died from that first one. Oh, speaking of that first ability, here's a little synergy for you. You light your feet on fire, right? Then you throw the ring. Then you teleport. If you're using Firewalker, when you do the ring teleport, whatever location you head to, it triggers a fire ring explosion around your feet where you land. Crowd control, constant damage. What can I say? Once you hit rank 7, Nezha's third ability, Warding Halo. Now, this Warding Halo has been what I would call the core of my survivability strategy with this Warframe. Because, of course, as you can see, it creates that nice little ring around me, and the little indicator down in the lower right above my ammunition and energy, that shows how much damage that ring will absorb. But we're not done yet. Because if you cast it while you're taking incoming fire, then the Warding Halo will literally absorb whatever damage was coming your way and funnel that into the health pool for the shield. In short, if you use that and combine it with the extra distance and speed you get off of his slides, and you've got yourself the perfect capacity for repositioning and keeping yourself alive under heavy fire. And of course, if you've got Firewalker on, then you can get yourself out of tricky spots even faster while leaving behind that damage trail. Or if you want to try and get really clever, you can cast the chakram, use the teleport, get yourself out of harm's way that way. All three of the abilities that we've gone over so far, they play so well with each other, they might as well be best friends on the playground. But we're still not done yet. Once you hit rank 10, that's where you're going to unlock the last of Nezha's toolkit. That right there is the Divine Spears. So, to cover the basics, you cast Divine Spears, it does some damage. Like, the spears do damage and hold enemies up if they survive. Yeah. Yeah, you get that Vlad the Impaler action going. If you cast it again, then when the spears retract into the ground, the enemies are slammed into the ground for extra damage. But that's not why you want to cast the Divine Spears. You want to cast for crowd control. And then you want to use the Blazing Chakram to deal the extra damage. But what's more is that enemies that are hung up on those spears, if they get hit with a Blazing Chakram, then the Chakram will split into two and do even more damage. And I believe you can do that for up to 4 enemies that are impaled. So, if you've got folks hemmed up in close quarters, put them up on the spears, throw the shield, then the damage payoff is absolutely massive. So, in short, you light your feet on fire, you're good to go. You throw the chakrams and you teleport, you cast that fire in a ring. You got the Warding Halo up, which means you can use the shield and use the feet on fire to get yourself out of harm's way if you need to, or reposition. Or, as I mentioned earlier, and I'll show it off one more time once I get the energy, like so. Cast the spears, throw the chakram. And if it hits, then you'll have multiple shields, multiple multiple spots to teleport. And I will admit, yes, that ankling was kind of on purpose because I wanted to reset the timer on that warding halo. Now, when this goes up on YouTube next week, I will be making sure to, as usual, post the abilities and the descriptions for them on the description field, as well as the synergies that I just mentioned. So what we're going to do next is, of course, take this bad boy into a live fire mission. Excuse me. Oh, and appreciate all the comments on the jacket, by the way. What was I going to... Well, actually, let me check the forge here and see what I've got finished up. Okay, I could certainly use that. And I now have a bunch of really cool weapons that I still don't think I've got the inventory space for. But that'll change eventually. You know what? Yeah. I think I'll jump into a mission in the void. This should offer some pretty solid difficulty. Come on, where's the other exterminate missions? 30 to 35. Yeah, let's do that one. This should offer a good amount of difficulty, but offer a great chance to show off just what this Warframe can do. And again, I'm taking him in complete... I'm taking the Warframe in unmodded, so we're going with base values. The weapons I'm keeping as they are because... Well, I just want to keep the weapons as they are. Now, basic rule of thumb, if you know you're about to encounter a group of enemies, make sure you've got that warding halo ready to go. Hello, boys. Cast the halo, take the hits, now you've got your shield. Light your feet on fire, give yourself that extra boost of speed, and now we begin. See all those health and energy orbs dropping? Already. All of that is just from being under the effects of the ring. No. You don't get to shoot me. I get to shoot you. Oh, another thing about the warding halo. Once it runs out, you'll notice that it actually casts a small explosion that stuns enemies. Definitely something to keep in mind. The more defensive options you have, the better. Yeah, I'll just let these guys take the damage from that death ray. I'm fine. I don't need to stand up. Oh, time to go. And of course, if you're going to be taking in any melee weapons with this guy, or I'd say with any other Warframes, you can't go wrong with the space chucks. Okay, looks like that shield's about to run out. And then we cast once again. Let's get these shield drones out of play. So, for everyone that's watching, from what you've seen so far, any questions while we're at it? Alright, where are we? Oh. I'll take a look at it in just a sec. Let's clear some more of these. Let's clear some more of these guys out. Really? Really? Alright, but as you guys can see, just from what I've been able to do so far in this mission, going in with even what could be considered the default as far as having a Warframes at rank 30, but you're just going with the raw numbers. You can tackle a level 30 mission or higher, and with the right setup, I'd say you'll be okay. I mean, watch this. That beam right there. If I were to walk into it, it would kill me. Now, usually, what I would do is, usually what I would do is I would basically I'd basically line myself up right in front of that thing, cast the halo, absorb all the damage, and just turn the warding halo from a normal shield into an absolute beast of a barrier. Oh, look at me, over here getting shot at. Cast, absorb the bullets, and now I'm back to what would be considered prime. Now I'm back to what would be considered living in prime defensive real estate. In short, Nezha is the best parts of the Human Torch and Captain America all rolled into one nimble Chinese mythology based space ish ninja. Stop that. Stop with the shooting. Y'all don't get to do that. Oh crap. I seem to be a little short on energy. This could be a problem. Or maybe not. Okay, now it's a problem. I don't have enough energy to cast the shield. Either of them. Oh, oh boy, oh boy. That could have sucked if I was not careful. Alright, let's see if I can finish up this mission real quick and get us back to the, get us back to the orbiter, because I do want to finish this mission. Ah, no. Okay, hurry up and reload. Whoop. There we go. Now we're doing something. Oh, do I have enough? Can I do it? Yes! Okay, it looks like so long as I've got at least 25 energy, then I can use the necessary tools to keep myself alive. Ankled, then dead. Alright, let's prop the halo. And then since you guys really want to be jerks, everyone gets that Captain America treatment. Okay, you need to go up on the spike. Give me all your lunch money. Now you see, the only difficulty you'll have is if you come across any nullifiers. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, that's one agility test done. Let's see if I can get over here for the other one before the barrier drops. Got it. Okay, reload's done. Oh yeah, that's right. That recent revision redid the how the shields work. So if I want to drop these cats quick, I have to be going for headshots. No arguments here. Oh crap. No energy. Oh no. Well, I'm already free to extract, so let me get out of here.
Well, well, well. Looks like some serious crud is going down out there. Here's to you, anonymous troublemaker.
Hey, what's good, Andre? Ow. Ugh. The old man's getting a little worn down. Mm. Speaking of a lot happening, thanks for reminding me. It looks like I'm gonna need to go on to Amazon and get a refund on that gift card so that way I can put that money on the PSN and just redo my order for FF7 digitally. Okay, so we're back on ship, and now that you guys have been able to see just what we can do with an unmodded Warframe with all the abilities unlocked, let's go ahead and put a proper configuration on him. Uh, yeah, I saw that it had a pretty big info dump. I'm still trying to keep away from it so I'm not completely spoiling myself on the game. I mean, I still want to go in pretty fresh with everything afterward. I don't have enough for that. Yeah, I jumped back into playing Neo, at least the first one. I'm liking it. I think I'm gonna take my time and just kind of pick away at it. But anyway, to we've only got a little bit more time, so let me finish this up. So to cover basically how you want to mod this Warframe, you're basically going to want to go for range and power strength to, increase your damage and increase the range of your abilities. But one thing I would also highly suggest is to get your hands on the mod Reaping Chakram. That's the augment mod for the Blazing Chakram ability, and pretty much sets it up to where, as you can see on the mod description, each enemy that you hit increases the ring's damage by, well, it doubles the ring's damage, but it also increases the chance for enemies to drop health orbs when they die from the effects of that ring. So, if you mod for range and strength, then of course you'll have more punishing abilities. If you modify for duration, then that's going to mean that you'll be able to keep up certain abilities like, say, your warding halos or your firewalkers that much longer, or even the duration of the uh, the divine spears. But now that we've got this bad boy modded, we're going to jump back into that same mission and give you a quick glimpse at what it looks like when you're even close to being properly geared. Because, I mean, even with the mod setup I have right now, it still isn't, it isn't the sort of meta build. It isn't the sort of meta build most that most players would go for. But again, same rule of thumb. Always engage the shield before you go into a skirmish, and then proceed. Oh, these are all done as one-time casts. Well, actually, no, I take that back. Firewalker is a duration ability. Like Firewalker's a duration ability, and so is Divine Spears. So yeah, pretty even mix. But so long as you can keep up with the casting and with your, so long as you can keep up with casting certain abilities, and of course picking up as much energy as you can off of enemies, then what you'll find is that it it won't really seem like you're running out of energy very often. Or at the very least, you'll be able to keep yourself topped off on health. Okay. But the plan is always to do everything you can to maintain the warding halo. Okay, nothing here. Oh, there's that pathway. Ah, the one shooting at me is down here. Okay, this could be bad. This could be really, really bad. And now it's not so bad. Well, let's not have to deal with either of those. Okay, I've got... Oh, I'm only halfway through. Nah, I gotta pump those numbers up. Okay, next targets are all up here. There we go. Oh yeah. No, this guy is a bloody monster. I mean, earlier I went through this mission with him completely unmodded, and I basically just stuck to using his sidearm and his abilities. Only died a couple of times, but I was still very much able to keep the pressure up, and really the only times that I died were from, you know, from mistakes I made. No, I have not. I mean, is that supposed to do something special with the teleport? Oh, you don't have to hold down to pull it off. If you just tap it to cast, then pretty much wherever it is mid-flight, you can teleport. Oh. Oh, that's right. I forgot that you can hold down the cast for the. I completely forgot that you can hold down the cast for the chakram. Good catch. Thank you for that little reminder. There we go.
Enemy is broken. Well done. Now get to extraction.
Now, it took a little bit longer for me, it seems, to at least get to the point where I had the objective complete for this run. But as you can see, I've died considerably less than last time. Oh, actually, that's a really good. Yep, I'm not on PC. I'm on PS4. Yeah, actually, I don't think I have the auto command set up for my Discord, largely because I don't really have a Discord server. But uh, what's your name over there? I can add you.
Stand by while I analyze the intelligence profiles of the gorilla. Hello, not a number. Did the operator enjoy this criticism?
All right. So yeah, if you can go ahead and send me over the picture of that build that you've got going for him. But at this point, I am gonna have to go ahead and drop the stream for today because, well, number one, I'd say the tutorial's mostly finished, but also I gotta be getting ready to head out to work in a few minutes. Crap, 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 crap. Let's try that again. There we go. I just sent the friend request so that way you could add me and we can get that all squared away. But I'm glad you guys were here to check out the tutorial. Hopefully the info and the synergy setups were useful, and who knows, if you do decide to get into Warframe and you make this one of your first, I think you're going to have a fun time. But I'll be back tomorrow with more. Until then, y'all have yourselves a top-notch Wednesday. Stay good, neighborhood.